discuss introduction of this Newton-Raphson method. Now this method is used to solve algebraic equations or non-algebraic, or we call it as a transcendental equations. To find the roots of any polynomial, we are using this Newton-Raphson method. Formula for Newton-Raphson method is this is f dash, that is the first derivative of that function f dash of x. In this form, by using this formula, we are finding the root of that polynomial or the equation, which is algebraic or it is a transcendental equation. Now we'll understand what that method is. Consider any polynomial equation f of x equal to suppose we consider this equation here. Now, how we will find out root of this equation? By using the NR method. So, initially, I am just considering the procedure. In this, substitute value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. So, we will start with the first value, suppose 0, then we will get first value, it is 8. But onwards, I am not substituting the actual value. Suppose that value is positive a1. a1 is any integer or it may be fractional value. Next, f of 1, we will substitute in this, and again we got suppose a2. Continue this, but here at f of 3 we got here minus of a4. These are any real numbers a1 to a4. First three values are positive, but then next value is negative. When it changes its sign, we claim here our root lies between that interval is 2, 3. We will not write our interval is 0, 1 or 1, 2 because they have the same sign. When it change the sign, when it become opposite, to that time we claim root lies between that interval. So the interval is 2, 3. Now for the first approximation in this n equals to 0, if we will substitute, then that formula become for the first approximation. So x1, this is the formula. Now in this first value we require, that is x0. Now what that x0 value is? x0 can be 2 or x0 can be 3. But which will choose that x0 value? Plus a3 plus a3, this value it is here, and suppose minus of a4, which is nearer to 0. The value which is nearer to 0 corresponding to this, we'll assume it is a x0 value. So our claim is x0 is equals to 3. So this is the conclusion. Or we can consider x0 is equals to 2 or x0 is equals to 3. But by this conclusion we can reduce our approximations. So x0 we taken here 3 value. So x0 is equals to 3 minus f of 3, f dash of 3, and so on. Now calculate this f of 3. So this value will calculate by substituting 3 in this polynomial. And that value, suppose we got here a5. Next, we required f dash of 3. So first we will take the derivative of this function. F dash of x is equals to derivative of this polynomial 3x square minus 18x. Constant derivative is 0, so we will not write down that. So this is f dash of x. Now f dash of 3 what value? So substitute in this 3, and that value suppose it is a6. Now we got here f of 3 value, f dash of 3 value will substitute in this expression, which is equals to 3 minus a5 upon a6, and the value of this expression after the calculation, that value must be in this interval 2 and 3. Suppose this is the assumption, I am supposing this value 2.5456. So that value must be in this interval. Now if you got this value to be this one, 3.4567, answer is wrong, because that value is out of that interval. Suppose we got here this value to be 3861. Again this value is wrong. It is out of this interval. So always we can verify, we can check our answer. Value must be in this interval 2 and 3. Now this is our first approximation. Now we continue for second. X1 value which we have calculated, that we have to substitute here, minus f of x1 f dash of the same value, and which is equals to, again that value must be in that interval. So after substituting this in the polynomial, again f dash of this in this, and then suppose we have the answer is 5758. So first approximation 2.5456, 2.5758. Now we'll continue, then we'll get more approximate root for this given polynomial. This is first one, actually it is our factor or the root of that polynomial, but we are more approximating that factor. This is another approximation. Again we'll go ahead, then we are coming closer to that exact value. Suppose this is the exact value. ये हमारा exact value है. So first x1 value is at this position. Again if we calculate x2, then we become nearer to the exact value. If we calculate x3, again we are nearer to the exact, and so on. By using this method, we will not get the exact factor. So we will get always approximate value. So in between this is the line for approximate root, and this is the line for exact. So there, in between this, there must be a smallest difference. So this is all a discussion of Newton-Raphson method. By using this method, only we'll get real factors. We cannot find the imaginary factor. Thank you. Thank you, Bharat.